do you expect to get, we talked a 30-ish number. You're a little bit above that today. Do you expect to get well below 30 tomorrow?
Expect to be below 30. I'm not sure exactly what the number is going to be, but we want to get down to a real manageable group. We were here yesterday, and that's why we split it up because of the numbers. Basically 6 lines and 8D. I don't mind the 8 defense, but the 6 lines is a lot of forwards to have.
I assume a lot of that's because of injury situations.
Injuries in this game, when you're coach, for at least for me, setting up camp, I wanted, when we came up to the last 2 games, I really wanted to be at our group. And the way I had it set up is out of the first 6 games, I had, our guys playing 3 of them. You got to juggle it a little bit based on the restrictions of how many veterans you have to have in the lineup, and then you have injuries. So you're juggling it a little bit. But hopefully, after tonight, we'll be down to a real manageable number.
These games and the performances within them, do they carry a little more weight just given the situation that you're in right now with some holes and some unknowns maybe than in years past?
I think every year is the same. You're judging, you're assessing, evaluating, putting guys in different positions and trying different combinations and trying to find out what works. And for me as a coach, it doesn't matter, whether it's now or regular season. You're always dealing with some sort of adversity. As JD puts it, a curveball that gets thrown at you. And there's been a couple curveballs in camp, but everybody has that. And now it's just, again, trying to find our top 12 forwards, 13, 14 forwards, and top 6, 7, 8 defense.
Is Boone Jenner one of those curveballs?
Just a curveball, yeah. And again, we'll find out more. He took a puck in practice yesterday off his hand, just getting evaluated. There's a little bit of swelling, so right now just more of a precautionary thing.
Dubinsky, I think he's skating on his own?
Skating on his own, and if that goes well, he may join this group out on the ice that's going out right now.
Murray, has he been cleared for contact?
He's out skating with us right now. He's skating with the group.
Todd, Bob's been pretty sharp in his starts, but what?
I'm sorry.
Bob.
Yeah.
But what have you liked about Curtis in his 2 starts that he's had?
Curtis has been very good. Really, our goaltenders have been good through this camp. I'm talking about Forsberg and Dansk, and they've come in some tough situations. Never easy coming in just cold, coming off the bench and jumping into an NHL game. Bob's been very good. Curtis has been great. But that's what I expect because I saw those guys play last year. Curtis won some big games for us last year and came in when, whether we were resting Bob, he came in some tough situations, tough games, and played really well for us. And then when Bob was hurt, he stepped in as well.
Player like Chaput, Golubov, is this, I don't want to say make or break tonight, but is this just another step in you evaluating them to make a decision whether they make the roster or not?
Everybody's watching right now, and whether it's Golubov or Chaput or Sharmelsson's in tonight, Wenberg's in tonight, Reichel's in tonight, Dano's in tonight. We're watching all the guys. It's not just those 2, and again, trying to make tough decisions. And the great thing is they're tough decisions. That's a good thing to have. And it's a credit to management, credit to scouts. They're the ones that are doing that, the work really behind the scenes to acquire these guys and get these guys in. They're good players, so it's a good problem to have.
I'm interested to see what Tim Erickson does tonight. I mean, he's missed some fair amount of time here, and I assume he's a guy that you'll kind of have your eye on as well, given the time.
Timmy is a guy, and when you're setting up your team and looking at the roster, he's a guy that's been in our organization, and he's a guy that needs to take a step, and we're expecting him to take a step. And it was unfortunate just with the injury that had happened first game. So basically, we were 3 days into camp, and he's missed a significant amount of time, important time, and now we got to get him right back into it. And this isn't going to be an easy game to play tonight, but it'll be a good test.
You get the sense, Todd, that some of your veterans, and whether some of your younger guys and some of your higher draft picks make this roster or not, but just those guys being here and being around, and the veterans can kind of feel that breath on their neck, whether it gets hotter next year or the year after. Is that a good thing? I mean, that they kind of see what's coming, and for one, they feel a little pressure, but 2, maybe that they they want to be around. They want to stick around and see what these young guys can do when they get up here.
That's that competition that comes from within for the motivation. And it's no different regular season when you got guys pushing, the top players, and whether it's minutes, whether it's power play minutes. And now you're, as an organization, the depth that you've added, there's more pressure there. That's why I say it's a good problem to have. It's you have more to choose from. I think it puts more pressure on the other players. And you're absolutely right. Players see what's coming. And this year, this 2015, there's going to be another draft, and we're going to have more picks. And there's always players coming into your system.